So we're gonna do this review a little bit differently. We're just gonna jump right into performance because quite frankly, I was really impressed with the performance on the Acer Triton 500. I've only reviewed one other RTX 2080 laptop, and that's the MSI GS75, so I'm gonna be providing a lot of context compared to that one. This one has the exact same GPU, the RTX 2080 MAXQ, but it gets much better performance when it comes to synthetic benchmarks. In 3D Mark Firestrike, not only does it beat out the GS75 normally, when you turn on Turbo Boost, it completely destroys it. Same holds true for Port Royale, which is the ray tracing test that 3D Mark uses, and of course, Skydiver. But obviously, synthetic benchmarks only tell one side of the story. It's actual gaming that really matters. When you're gaming on this laptop, the frame rates are not that different from the GS75, but the big thing that really matters is the cooling. This one doesn't get nearly as hot as the GS75 when you're gaming for long periods of use. Sure, it's gonna thermal throttle, sometimes it will power throttle, but those turbo boosts stay really high over a long period of time. I was getting CPU temps between 87 to 90 degrees, and every time it hit 94 or 95, it would drop it right back down. Whereas on the GS75, if I was gaming for a while, it was consistently staying at 94 to 95 degrees Celsius. Now, fan noise is the big thing. These fans get really loud when the turbo boost is on. I'm talking about over 60 decibels. Look, you know what? If it's gonna get loud on a laptop this thin and it's gonna keep my CPU and GPU cool, I'm okay with that. It's when it gets that loud and doesn't provide a good job, that's when I'm more concerned. Now, the design is absolutely awesome. Out of all the Acer laptops that are out there, the Triton line always has the most simplistic design. It's clean, it's black, it's made out of all metal, you have the Acer logo in the middle. Yes, it lights up in blue, which I think looks absolutely awesome, and everything about it is pretty good. It's light enough that you can throw it in your bag, around 4.6 pounds. It's thin, beating out other laptops on the market, all while maintaining a good form factor. In terms of ports, on the left-hand side, you have your barrel connector to power the device, an RJ45, USB 3.0, HDMI, and of course, 2 audio ports for your microphone and your headphones. On the right-hand side, you have 2 more USB 3.0 ports or 3.1 ports, your mini display port, and USB Type-C Thunderbolt 3, which does support 4 PCIe lanes. Also, just to note, one of those USB ports does provide power delivery when the laptop is off. So getting inside of here is super easy, but you are gonna have to perform a little bit more surgery to access the SSDs and the RAM. They're on the other side of the motherboard, but this one does come pre-configured with 2 drives in RAID 0. The read and write speeds are absolutely bonkers. The RAM is only upgradable to 32, but I think for most people that should be more than enough, especially on a gaming laptop. You do have easy access to the Wi-Fi card if you ever wanna upgrade it down the road, but overall this one provides very good upload and download speeds. The battery, 82 watt hours, but don't expect to get great battery life on this. There's a 144 Hz display with G-Sync, so you're not gonna get the best battery life. I'm getting about 3 hours of use before needing to charge, and this is just doing standard productivity tasks. The display is 144 Hz, it's 3 millisecond response time, has G-Sync, and it's 1080p. The perfect display for playing all games comfortably at high resolution at 1080p. It's also color accurate enough that you can do content creation on. I love the fact that it's 144 Hz and it's enabled in desktop mode. It doesn't really show on camera, but if you're like scrolling up and down or dragging windows around, it is so buttery smooth. I love that feature. Now, Acer, please, whoever puts the stickers on these laptops, come on, just take the time to line it up. Just the little things that give the overall experience a little bit more pizzazz. Sound is coming out of 2 speakers on the bottom. They sound okay. They're not the best speakers. They're a bit tinny, but they're more than adequate. If you are going to be using this when the fans are kicking in, they might drown out a little bit, so I suggest putting on headphones. The keyboard, I like it a lot. It has a nice gaming vibe to it. The keys are very comfortable to type on. They have nice actuation, and they have about 1.6 millimeters of travel distance. Now, for those of you that want RGB, this does have it, but you're only getting 3 zones of RGB. You can't really customize any of the keys to specific colors. And finally, the touchpad. It's not the biggest touchpad, at least when you compare it to something like on the Razer Blade 15, but it's good. It's very accurate, it's using Windows Precision drivers, and it's made out of glass. So here's the bottom line. The Acer Triton 500 is a fantastic performer. It does a pretty good job of keeping the CPU and GPU relatively cool. Instead of just focusing on power throttling or consistently thermal throttling, it does a little bit of everything while still providing great performance. It's clean, it's simple, it's minimalistic, and the Turbo Boost does provide enough performance to actually make a difference. Hands down, this is my favorite laptop from Acer right now. Hit the like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.